I was playing football. I started playing football when I was 6 years old. Growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it was right around the time Mean Joe Green was drafted and Chuck Noll came to the Steelers. So football and Steeler Nation was on a rise at the time, and I really wanted to play, and finally convinced my parents to let me play. And the very first day we put on pads, I quit. Went home. And I tell a story about that, which is funny. But then you fast forward years later, and I get a Division I football scholarship, and I'm a 4-year letterman at a college, playing in college. If you go back to when I'm 6 years old, there's not a chance in the world that this kid is going to play college football, a little less 4-year letterman of college football. But I think it's an interesting journey. And I tell the stories along the way of how I progressed through that. Also, after graduating from college and going into corporate America, I didn't get a job right away. I interviewed a whole lot. You know, and it's funny, you can laugh at these things now, but back then I'm like, am I going to get a job? You know, I went to school in Atlanta, Georgia. My first job was in Portland, Oregon. And I was glad to have it, with a major company, Oscar Mayer. And I really enjoyed it, but there's a journey there. Then leaving there and going into business for myself, wondering, what in the world have I done? I'm sitting in there, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And now I'm starting my own business, not really sure what I need to do. The business went extremely well. I mean, people were writing articles about me. He comes from corporate America, starts his own business from scratch and builds it up. You know, and then a few years later, after that, I'm out of business. Figuring out what am I going to do. Then having to go back to corporate America. You know, kind of with my head down a little bit, figuring out, okay, what's the next steps of life? So those are the stories that I'm very passionate about. And I'm not any more excited about telling the success stories as well as the failure stories, because I think they're all a part of me. At the time, the failures weren't that funny to me. But now I've learned to grow from them, and I've learned to help other people grow from them. Because sometimes people look at you, and maybe I'm all dressed up in my shirt and tie and my jacket, and they figure, this guy has never hit a bump in the road. Whew, if they only know. And those are the stories, and those are the things that I want to motivate and excite other people. That how we move through, we all have setbacks. It's how we work through those. And I always say, every time I hit a setback, I'm just writing a chapter in my book. I'm just writing a chapter in my book. No matter the setback, oh, I got another chapter. And now people start telling me, you write another chapter? Yeah, this is a tough time. I'm writing another chapter. And I think that's what I want to give to others. And that's what my site and everything is all about, is motivating and helping others on their journey, like people have helped me.